Last week, a car dealer called me personally and asked me to take this video down. He didn't ask nicely. That call told me everything I needed to know. I had to post it. I've been a mechanic for 22 years. I've put my hands inside thousands of engines, seen what breaks, seen what doesn't, and watched dealers push garbage on good people for decades. There are 5 cars sitting on used lots right now, cheap, ignored, and almost impossible to kill, that mechanics quietly buy for their own families. Dealers hate these cars because they don't need repairs. No repairs means no service revenue. No service revenue means no reason to sell them to you. Today, that changes. These 5 hidden gold mines are coming out, and by the end of this video, you'll never shop for a used car the same way again. Here's what almost every car buyer does wrong, and it's costing them thousands. They walk onto a lot, see a Toyota or Honda badge, and their brain shuts off. They pay $6,000 to $8,000 more than they should, not for better engineering, not for better reliability, just for a name they recognize from a commercial. Meanwhile, the car's mechanics actually drive home sit 2 rows back. No badge, no hype, just bulletproof engineering that nobody talks about. You've been buying the marketing. Today, you start buying the car. 5 cars, all cheap, all underrated, all capable of outlasting vehicles that cost twice as much. The #1 pick on this list, I've personally recommended it to 6 customers. Not one has come back with a major repair. Not one. And I'd bet most of you have never even considered buying it. But we're building to that, because by the time we get there, you'll understand exactly why it's #1. Let's start with number 5. A guy came into my shop last year, mid-30s, smart, done his research. He was about to sign papers on a 2016 Honda Civic with 74,000 miles for $14,500. Asked me to do a quick inspection before he handed over the money. I looked it over, told him straight the car was fine, but he was paying $3,000 over what that Civic was actually worth in that condition. Then I pulled up a 2016 Mazda 3 with 61,000 miles for $10,800 on my phone and showed it to him. Same class, more fun to drive, $3,700 less. He bought it. 11 months later, he texted me. Total repairs since purchase, $63, an oil change and a cabin air filter. Here's what makes the Mazda 3 different. Mazda engineered its Skyactiv 2.0-liter engine with a 13:1 compression ratio, higher than most sports cars. That means the engine runs cleaner, burns fuel more efficiently, and puts less stress on internal components. No turbo to fail, no CVT transmission to gamble on, just a simple, proven 6-speed automatic that shifts clean and lasts. A 2016 Honda Civic with under 80,000 miles runs $13,000 to $15,000 right now. A same-year Mazda 3 in identical condition, $9,500 to $11,500. That's up to $3,500 back in your pocket for equal or better reliability. When you're inspecting one, check 3 things. First, look for oil residue around the valve cover. Minor seepage is common and cheap to fix, but it tells you how the previous owner maintained it. Second, test the infotainment knob. If it's loose or sticky, the car was driven hard. Third, take it on a highway and feel for any vibration above 60 miles per hour. That usually means wheel balance, not engine trouble, and it's a $40 fix. The Mazda 3 is a gold mine hiding in plain sight. But if you think this is impressive, number 4 makes the Mazda 3 look ordinary. Under $9,000, 250,000 miles, 0 drama. That's the Toyota Yaris in 3 sentences. Most people laugh when I mention this car. Small, boring, invisible on the road. But here's what those people are missing. This is the car I personally recommended to my own sister 2 years ago. She bought a 2015 Yaris with 67,000 miles for $8,400. I told her to drive it and stop worrying. 14 months later, she called me. Not about a repair. She called to ask why nobody talks about this car. Total spent since purchase, $94. Oil change and wiper blades. That's it. Here's the mechanic math on why this happens. The Yaris runs Toyota's 1NZ FE engine, naturally aspirated, no turbo, no direct injection complications, no timing belt. It's the same engine philosophy Toyota has used for decades because it flat out works. Transmission is a smooth 4-speed automatic with a failure rate so low it barely shows up in repair data. Compare real repair costs. Average annual repair bill on a same-year Ford Fiesta, $640. On this Yaris, $270. That's not a small difference. That's $370 every single year staying in your pocket. Before buying, check 3 things. First, inspect the exhaust for any blue smoke on startup. Rare, but tells you immediately about ring wear. Second, test the air conditioning. The compressor on high-mileage examples is the most common replacement item. Third, check all 4 tires for uneven wear. Alignment neglect is the #1 issue with previous owners of small cars. The Yaris is the most underestimated budget car on the road today. But number 3 is cheaper, more refined, and has repair costs so low, I still find it hard to believe. And I've been wrenching for 22 years. Every single time a Hyundai Elantra rolls into my shop, the same thing happens. I put it on the lift, inspect everything, and walk back to the owner with almost nothing to report. Oil change due, maybe brake pads, that's it. I've had customers look at me like I'm hiding something. I'm not. This car just doesn't break. The 2015 to 2018 Hyundai Elantra is the most ignored, reliable sedan in America right now, and the depreciation on these is genuinely insulting to how good they are. Here's why mechanics respect this generation specifically. Hyundai's new 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine dropped the old timing belt and replaced it with a chain, maintenance-free, designed to last the life of the engine. The 6-speed automatic they paired with it is a traditional torque converter unit. No dual-clutch gambling, no CVT slipping, just a proven transmission that shifts smoothly at 150,000 miles the same way it did at 15,000. A 2017 Volkswagen Jetta with under 80,000 miles runs $12,500 to $14,500 right now. Looks nice on paper, but average annual repair cost on that Jetta? $630. On this Elantra? $310, half the repair bill, and the Elantra is $3,000 cheaper to buy. You're winning twice before you even turn the key.
3 things to check on inspection. First, pull the oil cap and look for any white milky residue. Rare, but indicates coolant mixing, and you walk away immediately. Second, check the brake pedal feel. Soft or spongy means the previous owner skipped fluid changes. Budget $120 for a flush. Third, test the heating system on full blast. The blower motor on high mileage examples is the most common electrical complaint, and it's a $180 fix if needed. The Elantra is the mechanic's quiet recommendation that almost nobody takes seriously until they own one. But number 2 on this list, that's where the real money is saved, and the story behind it will change how you look at used car lots forever. The last time I saw one of these need a serious repair, I had to actually stop and think about when it was. I've been in this shop for over 2 decades. The Subaru Impreza, 2012 to 2017, is the car that shows up, gets its oil changed, and disappears for another year without drama. Most people hear Subaru and think head gasket problems. That was the old engine. That was before 2011. The FB series engine Subaru introduced in 2012 fixed every single issue the old EJ motor had. Redesigned cooling system, improved gasket material, better oil circulation. Subaru quietly solved the problem and nobody updated their opinion. That's your opportunity. Here's the number that should make you angry. A 2015 Honda CR-V with all-wheel drive and under 85,000 miles, $17,000 to $19,500.
A same-year Subaru Impreza with all-wheel drive standard on every single trim, $10,500 to $12,500. You're getting standard all-wheel drive, a fixed and proven engine, and you're saving $6,000 to $7,000. Every single trim comes with all-wheel drive, no upgrade package, no extra cost. Average annual repair bill on the 2015 CR-V, $407. On this Impreza, $335. Lower purchase price and lower running costs. The math is not complicated. Inspection checklist. First, check underneath for any rust on the subframe. Northern states cars can have corrosion issues, and it matters more on Subaru than most brands due to the all-wheel drive components. Second, listen for any clicking on full steering lock. That's CV axle wear, common at higher miles, and around $280 to fix. Third, do a cold start and watch for any white smoke in the first 30 seconds. On the new FB engine, this is almost always just condensation, but give it 60 seconds to confirm it clears completely. The Impreza at this price with standard all-wheel drive is one of the most logical used car purchases you can make right now. But number one is the car I tell every single person who asks me what to buy, and almost all of them push back at first, until they drive one. I drive this car myself. I bought it with 88,000 miles on it for $12,800, and at this point I've put 74,000 more miles on it. Total spent on repairs outside of normal maintenance, $340, one wheel bearing. That's it. The car is a 2015 Toyota Camry XLE V6, and before you say it, yes, I know, everyone knows the Camry, but here's what almost nobody knows. The V6 version of this generation Camry shares its 3.5-liter 2GR FE engine directly with the Lexus ES350. Same block, same heads, same engineering. Lexus just puts a nicer badge on it and charges $8,000 more. I've personally worked on 3 of these engines north of 380,000 miles. Original transmissions, original engine internals, just running. The 2GR FE does not have direct injection carbon buildup problems. It does not have turbo failures because there is no turbo. It does not have timing belt intervals because it runs a chain. It just runs. Here's where the numbers get ridiculous. A 2015 Lexus ES350 with 80,000 miles, $19,000 to $22,000. A mechanically identical 2015 Camry V6 with the same miles, $11,500 to $12,500. That is up to $8,500 in savings for the exact same drivetrain. $8,500 for a badge and slightly lofter leather. Repair costs from my own shop records. Brake pads, all 4 wheels, $260. Transmission fluid service, $175. Water pump at 200,000 miles, if it ever goes, $620. These are real numbers, not dealer estimates, not online averages, numbers from the invoices in my filing cabinet. 4 things to check before buying. First, run the VIN. Some 2015 models had an airbag recall. Make sure it's been completed. Second, check tire wear across the front axle. Uneven wear means alignment was neglected. Negotiate $150 off and align it immediately. Third, test the infotainment touchscreen on XLE models. Screen lag on high-mileage examples is the most common complaint. Factor in $380 if it needs replacement. Fourth, and this is the mechanic's pro tip, find one with a single elderly owner. I am completely serious. They garage them, they service them on schedule, they drive gently. A grandparent Camry V6 with 65,000 miles is as close to a new car as you will find on a used lot. Who should buy this car? Highway commuters who need something that simply will not fail them. Anyone who wants Lexus reliability without the Lexus price. People who are smart enough to look past what their friends will think of their car choice. Who should skip it? If you want something sporty, this is not it. The Camry V6 is smooth and fast in a straight line, but it is not built for corners. And if you were buying purely for resale in 2 or 3 years, the Lexus badge still commands more on the private market. Here's my final take. If I had to buy one car right now, one car to drive for the next 10 years with the absolute lowest total cost of ownership, I would buy another Camry V6 without thinking twice. This is not a compromise. This is the smart money move that most buyers are completely sleeping on. So there they are. 5 cars the market forgot, but mechanics didn't. The Mazda 3 with its sports car engine at economy car prices, the Toyota Yaris that runs forever and costs almost nothing to fix, the Hyundai Elantra that mechanics quietly love because it never gives them anything to do, the Subaru Impreza with standard all-wheel drive at a price that makes the competition look embarrassing, and the Toyota Camry V6, the Lexus ES350 in disguise, sitting on used lots for $8,000 less than it should. You now know what mechanics know. Next time a dealer tries to push you toward an overpriced German lease return or a hyped-up crossover with a turbocharged engine and a 5-year repair bill waiting to happen, you'll know better. If this kind of honest advice is helping you, subscribe. I keep no dealership relationships. I sell no cars. I just tell you what 22 years in the shop actually looks like. And if you want to know which cars have genuinely earned legendary status, the ones that refuse to die past 300,000 miles with numbers to prove it, that video is right here. Drive safe, take care of your car, and it will take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.